Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Cowboy Cooking with B Mac and Gary. These episodes we're gonna have a 5 episode series for you guys where we're gonna cook like you would cook. Consider this your backyard, guys. This is your backyard, and we're gonna show you several different options of how you can cook in your backyard. As you can see, no chuck wagon, no fancy fireplace today. We're gonna cook, so show how you can cook. So I hope you guys enjoy this 5 part series. We might do more, but at least we're going to do at least 5 for you guys, show you some recipes we do. So, first recipe we're going to do is we're going to do some ducks. I don't know if you've gone to our Facebook page, but Gary and I went down to Southwest Louisiana a few weeks ago, and we loaded up on some ducks, didn't we, Gary?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. What is it that we killed?
The other day we killed some canvasbacks, teal. Obviously, we always kill teal. Some scalp.
Yeah, it's a great. I think did we kill any gray ducks, gadwalls?
One.
I think there's
Yeah.
some. I think
We,
there's a
we, we,
gadwall in here.
we got a mixed bag. Let's just
Yeah.
say we got a mixed bag.
But anyway, cameraman, if you can show, this is ducks we had. Now we've got them. They're breasted, so they're not whole. You can use whole recipe, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But you can use whole ducks too in this recipe. But what I did is I brined these ducks overnight, and then I added some liquid seasoning to it. Use whatever you got. We use a local one from Southwest Louisiana. It's real good. I even got some Jamaican jerk sauce on here too, and then so I've got that on there. And now the next thing you do is you cut real deep slits inside the breast. So Gary, if you'll do that, cut some slits
All right,
for
sounds
me.
good. And while I'm doing it, I would like to give a shout out to our friend there in Cuero, Texas, Brian Cromines, who gifted gifted BMAC and me this knife that I'm using just for our endeavors here on the video. So thank you, Brian. We really appreciate it. And as you can see, it does cut, except for it's having trouble getting through that breastbone, which is not supposed to. How deep am I supposed to go
Go
here?
deep, but just follow the breastbone and get as deep as you can without going all the way through. And if you do, that doesn't matter. And then once he
Okay.
gets that done, he's going to stuff it with some seasoned onions. You can season it with whatever you got. We just got some Cajun seasoning on it. Recipe I saw called for salt and some cayenne pepper. But if you'll just stuff those in there, well, that's going to be good. And then I'll get some bacon for us. And if you'll cover it with some bacon.
Yeah, I get one more in there.
You know what? If I don't mind, not part of the recipe, why don't we season them again? Some Cajun seasoning.
I think it's always good to top it off with seasoning. We have a little extra piece here, bacon. I'll just throw it right there.
And of course, with this is some dried meat. And that's why you use bacon. You got to have some fat when you're baking, and we're going to be baking this in a Dutch oven. So in order to add fat to something a wild game, you always have to add some bacon. So I'm going to get a Dutch oven. We've got plenty behind us, Gary. I'm thinking here. I think I'm going to. I don't know if y'all can see it with the camera. I think I'm going to grab this 12. I think this 12 will be probably the best one for us to use. So let me grab it. We'll set it aside. I'll set this aside. Open it up. Move this over here. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to cover it with some bell pepper and some onion at the bottom. Give something for the ducks to lay on.
Just so they don't burn on the bottom?
Yeah, I like to do it. Some people don't, but I like to do it that way. The onions will cook down, give it some flavor. Plus, it makes sure that okay, what are we doing? Let's just do it all, and just make sure the ducks don't burn on the bottom.
And how many onions do you think that is?
I did 2 mediums, so there's probably a half an onion in those, and an onion and a half in here. And so let's just go ahead and start stacking.
All right.
Oh, maybe stack the bigger ones first. You know what? I'm looking forward to this. Of course, while we're doing this, guys, you know what to do. Don't forget to subscribe to us. We'd love to see you. We've got dozens of followers now. We'd love to have dozens of more.
Tens and tens of followers.
Tens of followers.
Oh, that fit in there perfect.
And you know what? It doesn't call for it, but I've got some of this. This is some Cajun sauce that we have. And again, you can use jerk sauce or whatever. I'm going to pour over top.
Y'all notice B-Mac makes stuff up as he goes sometimes, and it always turns out good.
Yeah, and y'all got to learn to do the same thing, guys. Use what you like. and don't worry about the rest. And then I'm going to just add a little half cup of water to the bottom of it. That may be a little bit more. And we're going to put the lid on. I've got some coals burning, and they're not quite ready yet. So when those coals get ready, we'll show you what we're going to do. But I think I'm going to cook these in as I got a smoker behind me. I think we're going to cook with a smoker to show you different ways. We're going to try to cook each dish in a separate type of what would you call it, vessel?
Just
Yeah.
a different method.
But you can use. We don't have one, but when we go camping, we use a top of a 55-gallon barrel lid. Those work great. There's nothing here. I'll show you something else you can use. Do y'all have the sitting right there?
It was.
That's why I put it there.
Here it is. I didn't move it.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, cheap at your local grocery store. You can cook in these. Get a couple of them. One of them to put your coals in, and then once they're ready, heat your coals. Heat your coals, Gary. You got to heat your coals.
Heat your coals.
Heat your coals. Then you pour them in there. Set your Dutch oven on top. So this even works great, and they're cheap, and you can reuse them. So that's something you can use. So anyway, as soon as the coals are ready, we'll show you what we're going to do with it, and you guys stay tuned. Okay, now we're ready. My coals are ready, and just to let you know, Gary and I typically do not cook with charcoal. Well, we're showing y'all how you guys can do it. There is a temperature guide. If you go on a Dutch oven temperature guide and search it on the internet, you'll be able to find it. But I want a 325-degree oven, so I'm going to put 7 coals on the bottom, 16 coals on the top. If you want it 350, just add one more to the top, one more to the bottom, each 25 degrees. Now that's for a 12-inch, but if you go online, you can find it for all sorts and sizes of Dutch ovens. So I've already got my 7 on the bottom. And as you can see here, I want to let you know, this is my smoker. I want to show y'all what y'all can use. You can use a Weber grill. Anything that you have, just take the grate out of your Weber grill and use it. You can use anything for cooking in Dutch ovens. So if it'll fit, I'm going to put this on. Let's set this down. And then I'm going to take the rest of them, the other 16, and spread them over the top. Now remember, I've added a little water to this. So every so often, I am going to come back and I'm going to make sure that there's water in there. So I'll come back every now and again and add some more water to this, because this is going to bake a while. I'm going to try to bake this at least 2 hours for this. And for these coals, I like to kind of spread them out as much as I can, especially around the sides. Get them close to the side. And of course, a trick that I've showed y'all before, you can always come back every now and again and turn the lid quarter turn to keep the fire even. But there you have it, ducks in a Dutch oven. So I'll come back, add some water to it, but in a couple hours we'll come back and we'll show you what we did. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, we've cooked this duck for 2 hours over there in my smoker. Let's see how they turn out.
Well, they look good.
Yeah, the bacon is nice and cooked. Let's just get one out and see what it looks like. Now again, this is wild duck we used. You can use whole. These are halves with the bone in. And try it, if you don't have ducks, of course, try it with chicken. I would think a game hen. Of course, game hen would be good with this recipe. But do it the way you like to. But duck in a pot, in a Dutch oven. Try it. See if you like it. And you guys keep the party going.
See you around the campfire.